welcome to your Vinyasa Flow practice. In this practice today, you will need a block or two. If you like 2 blocks, that's great. You'll have an opportunity to use both of them. If you don't have a block, a book is a really good idea as well, or a stack of books that you can use for steadiness. And at one point in our practice, a nice thick heavy book will come in handy for you, or a block or two. So you can set those off to the side, and we're going to begin our practice this morning laying down. So let's lay down on the mat, bend your knees, and place your feet as wide as the mat, and knock your knees together for reclining teepee pose. And your hands can either be out to your sides with your palms facing up, or if you'd like to place your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your heart, you can do so. And the theme of today's practice is steadiness. I often talk about in my practices with you about this idea of strength and ease, or what is called sthira and sukham, and the balance between the two. And today we're going to really start to invite in this space of sthira, or strength, steadiness. And it's not just about strength in our physical body, but a steadiness in the physical body during challenging postures, or asana, that can then create strength and steadiness in our mind as well. In the Yoga Sutras, book 2, Sutra 46, it says, Sthira Sukha Masanam. May you have strength and comfort in your postures. But asana is not just a physical posture. It actually translates to seat. And so in this case, can we have both steadiness and ease, sukham, or good space, in our seat of not only our body, but our mind as well? And one of the tools to bring ourselves into a space of steadiness is our breath. So begin to invite steadiness into every inhale and every exhale. Start to add an extra second onto the inhales that you're taking, and an extra second slow and steady through your exhales. And through your practice today, I invite you to come back to steadiness throughout this practice. Anytime you notice your mind wandering to another space or time, can you invite it to be steady here in the present moment? If your physical body is challenged by a posture, can you sink into that posture with steadiness and ease, knowing that it won't last forever? And if at any time you're holding your breath, see if you can steady your breath by inviting the healthy prana and life force to move through your body, through your nose, inhale and exhale. If you haven't already, begin Ujjayi breath, breathing in through the nose, exhaling out the back of your throat. And And take a few more moments to breathe into the steadiness to set the tone for your practice today. And take a deep breath all the way in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale, sigh your breath out. Come back to your Ujjayi breath. Start to blink your eyes open. Heel toe your feet in toward each other. Place the soles of your feet together. Open your knees wide for butterfly. You can place blocks under your knees if you'd like. Take your fingertips behind your head. Open your elbows wide. Uh-oh. Setting up for a little bit of core work here, starting to find core strength. So take an inhale as you keep yourself down. With your exhale, crunch yourself up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, crunch. So follow your breath. With every inhale, you lower. With every exhale, you crunch up. Keep your elbows wide, chin off of your chest, and look straight up to the sky. So rather than crunching your neck here, really start to crunch the abdominal muscles, pull your navel into your spine as you lift your shoulder blades up off of the earth. Steadiness not only in the core muscles of the front side of our body and our lower back and our mid-back, but also steadiness in the mind when the yoga teacher makes you do core right at the beginning of your practice. Let's do 5 more like this. 4. Last 3, elbows wide. 2 more. On your last one, hold it all the way up. Nice, steady, and strong. And let's do 10 pulses up together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. A little smile on your face. 3, 2. Hold it up, 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 up. Steady and strong. Lower all the way down. Woo. Bring your knees up to the sky. Hug your knees into your chest. Hold on behind your hamstrings and start to rock forward and back along your spine. If that doesn't feel good on your back, you can roll over to one side and press yourself up to a seat. And once you get there, toes lightly on the earth, open up through your chest and heart, hold behind your hamstrings, start to lean back, and let's take a little boat ride this morning. Come into boat pose, Navasana. If you want to keep your feet down on the ground, you can always do so. If you'd like to start to straighten your legs, you can do that as well. Lift up through your chest and heart. Take your hands in front of you like you're holding a ball. We're going to move to the right with that ball, and then to the left. To the right and the left. Continue to move. Make sure that you're still breathing. It's okay if you're shaking. Shaking is good. It means change is going on in the body. I'm shaking like a leaf over here. Continue to breathe. 2 more on each side. Last one on each side. Come back into center. Hold yourself up a little bit more. And then you might take your hands and place them down next to your sides, or you can leave them out in front of you. I'm going to take a little more steadiness with my hands today. On your inhale, lower halfway down. Exhale, crunch in, knees to chest. Inhale, lower. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lower. Exhale, crunch. A couple more like this. Lower. Crunch, inhale, lower, exhale, crunch. What's happening to your mind? Last 2. One more time, lower, crunch it up, hold, take another inhale, exhale, lower your feet down. Woo, keep the soles of your feet on the ground. Hold on to your knees and gently rock side to side. So this is that space where we invite the balance into the strength, but always keeping the steadiness of the mind as well. We got the core work done, so we're done with that. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Keep the soles of your feet rooted down into the mat, and let's make our way into a forward fold. Feet about hip width apart, that's about 2 fist width apart. Relax your head down to the ground. Grab opposite elbows with your hands, make a frame for your head to fall into. And then take a moment here. Maybe nod your head yes. Gently shake your head from side to side. Your knees can be deeply bent if that feels better for you, your back or your backs of your legs, your hamstrings today. Maybe still gently shaking your head, go ahead and cross your arms the other direction, opposite forearm in front, and gently sway from side to side. Just starting to wake up the back side of your body. Notice the spaces that need a little extra strength or a little more ease. And invite in that space of steadiness through it all. If you're still rocking side to side, come back into center. Keep your hands where they are. Take one more inhale. Exhale, lower your hands down toward your feet. Hands to your shins, lift halfway up, flatten your back with your inhale. Fold all the way back down with your exhale. Press through the soles of your feet. Put a little soft bend in the knees and start to ragdoll your way all the way up to standing. Head and neck are the last things to come up. Roll your shoulders down away from your ears when you arrive. Bring your hands together at heart center, finding the steadiness and ease in your body and your mind. With your inhale, reach your arms all the way up to the sky. As you exhale, bring your toes to face out, step your right foot off of your mat, bend your knees, bring your hands to heart center. So come into goddess stance or horse stance here. Knees on top of your ankles. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Circle sweep your arms back up to the sky, take an inhale. With your exhale, bring your right elbow to your right thigh and reach your left arm all the way up and overhead to the right. A gentle side bend for the left side of your body. And notice, did you start to hold your breath? Can you ease out a little bit if you did? Where can you find the steadiness? Through your breath, your body, and your mind. On your inhale, reach both arms back up to the sky. Keep your knees bent. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Straighten your legs. Inhale, sweep your arms high. Exhale, step your right foot next to the left, hands to your heart. Step to the other side. Step your left foot off of your mat. Toes turn out, heels in, bend your knees. Sink down into temple pose, goddess pose. Knees right on top of your ankles. Toes pointed in the same direction as your knees. Press your hands together, pull your navel into your spine. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. With your exhale, left elbow to left thigh. Reach your right arm overhead to the left. And notice what happens. Are you dumping all of your weight into your elbow and bringing your shoulder up by your ear? Can you lift your head up? Maybe even lift the elbow up for just a moment and start to feel all the strength in your body that you need to stay here in this pose. Continue to spiral your chest and heart open toward the sky. You might look up if that feels good. Maybe you bend the knees a little bit more. Keep the right knee bent. Reach through your fingertips. Keep both knees bent. Inhale, reach both arms back to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Ooh. Inhale, reach arms all the way up. And exhale, straighten the legs and step your left foot in. Point your toes forward. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, circle sweep your arms up to the sky. Hinge at your hips, forward fold, release down. Halfway up, flatten your back, roll your shoulder blades down your back, inhale. Exhale, fold back down. Step back into plank pose, upper push-up position. Take one inhale here in plank. Exhale to downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. And take any movement here in down dog that feels good for you. I like to pedal out my legs, bending into one of my knees, and then bending into the other. It feels really good to open up through my hips and the back sides of my legs. It even brings a little bit of movement into the shoulders, which is nice. And when it feels right for you, come into steadiness of your downward facing dog. Start to walk your feet out as wide as the mat. Turn your toes out ever so slightly. And really ground down through your left hand into your mat, into the earth. Take your right hand over to your left leg. It might be high on the thigh. Maybe it's on your calf or your ankle. And look underneath your left armpit. A nice gentle twist for the spine. And again, when we find challenge in our asana, in these postures or this seat, what happens to our mind? What happens to our breath? Keep your ujjayi breath flowing. One more inhale here. Exhale, bring your right hand back down to the earth. Let's go straight to the other side. Make sure you have a steady foundation in your right hand. Take your left hand over to your right thigh, maybe your calf or the outer edge of your ankle, and pull on the leg so you can look underneath your right arm. Keep pulling your hips over to the left. Steady and strong through both of your feet, through your right hand. And just notice what you feel here. Building the strength of your physical body as well as your mind. Take one more inhale. Exhale, set your left hand down. Come back into your neutral downward facing dog. Relax your heels down toward the earth. Inhale, gently glide forward to plank pose, upper push-up position. Exhale, chaturanga, lower all the way down to your belly. Relax the tops of your feet when you get here. Let's take our hands off of our mat today. Come up onto your fingertips like you have a cupcake underneath your hands and you don't want to smash it. Elbows stay bent right on top of your wrists. Press to the tops of your feet, relax your glutes. Inhale, gently lift your chest and heart up. Exhale, slowly release back down. Two more like this. Inhale, peel your heart forward. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale, gently lift. And exhale, lower all the way down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Then crawl them back, fingertips line up with the center of your chest. Squeeze your elbows in. One time, low cobra pose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower back down. Tuck your toes, strengthen your legs. Press up to a strong plank pose or come to your knees. And then downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Take a few breaths in downward facing dog. Steady your breath with every inhale and every exhale. And allow your breath to be your anchor in your practice. Continue to press evenly through your hands. Rise up onto your tiptoes. Take an inhale here. Bend your knees and step or jump forward at the bottom of your exhale. Lift halfway up, flat back, inhale. Fold back in with your exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, pull your hands to heart center. Inhale, arms rise up. Forward fold slowly with your entire exhale. Lift halfway up, flat back as you inhale. Fold back down. Bend your knees, step your right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Keep your left knee on top of your ankle, and then slowly rise up. Let's come to crescent pose. Lift your arms to the sky. Feet are on railroad tracks rather than a tightrope so that you can find that steadiness and find your balance. And as you bend your front knee deeply, maybe the thigh starts to come parallel to the earth. Strengthen your back leg, or you can keep the back knee bent if that feels better for you. Roll your pinkies in toward each other. Take another inhale. As you exhale, interlace your fingers, steeple mudra, index fingers up to the sky, Kali mudra. Take a full inhale as you lift high. Exhale, start to lean over to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lean over to the right. Inhale, lift up to center. With your exhale, wide arm twist to the left. Left arm behind you, right arm in front of you. Take a couple of moments here. Strengthen through your arms. Strengthen through your triceps. Reach through your fingertips. Bend through your front knee just a little bit more. Take another inhale. Exhale, set your right hand behind, or your left hand behind your right thigh. Bring your chest and heart forward and reach your right arm up to the sky. Nice, gentle back bend. Left hand behind you. Maybe your low back if it can't reach the thigh. Right arm to the sky. Bend your front knee even more. On your next inhale, reach your left arm up to meet your right. And exhale through Vinyasa. Hands come down. Step your left foot back. Lower slowly with your out breath. Cobra or upward facing dog with your inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Rise up onto the tiptoes. Take a deep breath in. At the bottom of your exhale, step or hop forward. Lift halfway up, flat back inhale. Fold back down with your exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, stand tall. Exhale, pull your hands to heart center. Arms lift up with steadiness, inhale. Forward fold slowly to the earth, exhale. Halfway up, flat back with your inhale. Fold back down, step your left foot all the way to the back of the mat and pause. Make sure your feet are about hip width apart. Rise up onto your fingertips, and let's rise all the way up to crescent pose. Reach your arms to the sky. And for this first one, take a little bit of time, check in. Where can we find a little more steadiness? And maybe that means easing out. So for some of us, it might be straightening the front leg a little bit more and saying, I feel a lot more steady when I ease out of the pose. So it's not about going into the deepest expression of the pose or finding the most strength that we've ever found. It's about being in the space of wherever your body needs to be today. Bend your front knee just a little bit more. Take another inhale. Exhale, interlace your fingers. Maybe the opposite thumb is on top this time. Kali Mudra, steeple mudra, index fingers to the sky. Keep your front knee bent, take an inhale. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, wide arm twist to the right. Right arm behind you, left arm in front of you. And pause here for a few moments. If it's too much to reach the right arm straight back, ease out of the twist a little bit. So fit the yoga to your body rather than your body to the yoga, to the pose. Keep a steady breath. Take another inhale. Exhale, right hand behind left hamstring. Square your chest forward. Reach your left arm up to the sky. Coming into exalted warrior, a gentle back bend. Keep the front knee bent. Lift up through your sternum, through your heart, up toward the sky. On your next inhale, sweep your right arm up to meet your left, crescent pose. Exhale, let's move through vinyasa. Step your right foot back. Lower slow with control. Gentle back bend with your in-breath. Downward facing dog with your exhale. We're gonna take what we just did, turn it into a nice little stroll, one breath per movement. If at any time you'd like to come down to a child's pose or go a little bit slower and take a couple breaths per movement, feel free to do what's right for you today. But if you're with me here, let's find this Vinyasa flow, linking our breath to our movement, one breath per movement, sun salutations to greet the day. Rise up onto your toes as you inhale. Bend the knees, step or hop forward at the bottom of your exhale. Lift halfway up, inhale. Fold back in, exhale. Inhale, arms sweep to the sky. Hands to heart center, exhale, samastitihi. Inhale, arms lift. Forward fold slowly, exhale. Halfway up, flat back, inhale. Fold down, step your right foot to the back of the mat, exhale. Inhale, crescent pose, steeple mudra. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, wide arm twist to the left. Left hand behind right leg. Inhale, right arm to the sky, exalted warrior. Stay here as you exhale. Inhale, left arm reaches up, meets the right. Exhale through vinyasa, hands down. Step your left foot back. It might hover as you lower. Cobra or up dog, make sure both feet are on the ground for your back bend. Downward facing dog. Take one inhale and down dog, rise up onto the toes. Bend your knees, step or float forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold back in, exhale. Inhale, arms lift up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Arms rise, deep breath in. Forward fold, exhale, maybe feeling a little sweat on the skin. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold down, step your left foot to the back of the mat. Inhale, crescent pose, reach your arms up, steeple mudra. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, wide arm twist to the right. Right hand to the back of the left leg. Inhale, exalted warrior, left arm to the sky. Stay here as you exhale. Inhale, right arm lifts, crescent pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing dog, your choice. Downward facing dog. Let's take a couple of breaths in down dog. Finding the steadiness. Slow through your breath. Just start to notice what you're feeling in the body. Maybe waking up just a little bit more here. We're going to do one more round like this, one breath per movement. Rise up onto the toes with your inhale, look forward. Bend your knees, step or hop forward, exhale. Lift halfway up, inhale. Fold back down, exhale. Arms sweep high, take a deep breath in. Hands to heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up with control and steadiness. Exhale, forward fold, dive down to the earth. Halfway up, flat back, inhale. Fold down, step your right foot to the back of the mat. Inhale, crescent pose, Kali Mudra, index fingers up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, center. Wide arm twist to the left. Left hand behind right hamstring, exalted warrior, lift your heart, inhale. Stay as you exhale. Inhale, both arms lift up to the sky. Exhale through your vinyasa. Your vinyasa might be skipping the chaturanga, up dog, down dog, and just go straight to down dog, that's fine. Last time like this, rise up onto the toes, inhale. Bend the knees, step or jump forward, exhale. Lift halfway, inhale. Fold back in, exhale. Arms sweep up, deep breath in. Hands to your heart, can you smile while you do it? Inhale, arms reach up. Forward fold, exhale, lower. Halfway up, flat back, inhale. Fold down, step your left foot to the back of the mat, feet are hip width apart. Inhale, crescent pose, steeple mudra. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Wide arm twist to the right. Right hand behind left hamstring. Inhale, left arm to the sky, gentle back bend. Exhale, stay as you are. Inhale, right arm lifts up. Exhale through vinyasa. Come into downward facing dog and take a few moments here. If a child's pose is calling to you, feel free to lower your knees. Take a few breaths in child's pose. And in your downward facing dog or child's pose, if it feels right for you, gently close your eyes and notice where you can start to find a little more steadiness in the body. Where can you invite steadiness into your mind? Can you be here in this moment with your hands rooted down into the mat, heels driving down toward the earth, hips toward the sky? Can you feel everything that is right now? If you're in child's pose, you can stay there or make your way back into downward facing dog as we move on. Continue to press evenly through your hands on the insides of the hands, thumb and first finger. Again, rise up onto your toes as you inhale. Bend your knees, step or hop forward, exhale. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale. Fold back down as you exhale. Now we're going to bend our knees, squat low, and come into chair pose. Reach your arms to the sky. Your feet can be either together or hip width apart, whatever feels best for you. Sink down and back a little bit more and start to find the strength in this pose. Take another deep breath in. With your exhale, stand all the way up, bring your hands to heart center. And now we're gonna find our block or our book. So we're gonna take that block, place it in between the thighs, and squeeze the block with the inner thighs, starting to find the steadiness and strength through the inner thighs. If you have a second block or a book, we're gonna take that book into our hands and hold that block or book to your chest. Sink down and back into your heels. If you don't have either, if you have no blocks, no books, no problem, you can stay here and just squeeze your inner thighs in toward each other. So we're not just kind of loosely holding on to this block, we're really sinking back. Squeeze your inner thighs as much as you can. And if you have something in between your hands, press your hands into whatever that is. So it might be a book here, it might be wide. Thank you, Hatha Yoga Pradipika, for being my book here. It's actually heavier than the block. You can sink down a little bit more. If you would like a little bit more strength in the arms, bring your arms straight out in front of you and continue to press into your book. Sink down a little bit more. And then again, if you feel like you need more, inhale, bring your hands to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands out in front of you. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lower the hips a little bit more. 2 more with the arms. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Sink your hips down and back just a little bit more. Take 1 more inhale. Exhale, bring your book and hands back to your heart. Stand tall. Woo. And move your book and block to the side. If you didn't have a book or a block, be grateful. That's hard. It's tough. It's challenging. Bring your feet either back together or hip width apart for a steady chair, whatever you feel like you need today. 1 more time, I promise. No more chairs after this. Sink your hips down and back, reach your arms to the sky, or you can keep your hands to heart center if that feels better. And now notice how easy it is to come into this chair. But can you continue to squeeze your inner thighs together? Squeeze the hands together like you're holding a block between your hands, like you're holding a block between your thighs, and find the steadiness. Lift up just a little bit higher. Take 1 more inhale. Forward fold, release, exhale. Halfway up, flat back as you inhale. Hands come down, step or hop back, chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. Relax through your face. And as you find strength, can you also find ease? Sthira Sukham Asanam. Strength and ease in this posture. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up toward the sky. Bend your knee, open up your hip, and notice what happens to your right shoulder. If it starts to open, can you keep your right shoulder in line with the left shoulder? Press evenly through your hands. Start to roll your knee out in one direction, open up through the hip a bit, and roll it the other way. Straighten your right leg back to the sky, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, knee to chest. Pause here, but continue to breathe. Can you still find steadiness in your breath? Shoulders over your wrist, dome through your upper back. Take another inhale. Exhale, step your right foot forward, top of the mat. Back heel spins flat. Front heel lines up with the back heel or back arch. And then grab your block or your book with your right hand. Circle your left arm up and come to warrior 2 while holding your block today in your right hand. Bend your front knee deeply. Just notice how that changes the pose. Can we still keep our mind steady even when things are a little bit different today? Relax through tensions. Reach through your block, reach through your back fingertips, bend the front knee a little bit more. Spin your front palm up, block flips to the sky. On your inhale, reverse warrior with your book or block, but be careful, try not to drop that. Keep the strength and steadiness in your hand. Take another full inhale here. Exhale, come back to warrior 2. From warrior 2 today, we're going to find strength and steadiness in our transition. Start to reach forward with your block, and as you do, place the weight in the right foot. Slowly start to place the block or book on the floor as you lift your left leg up to the sky. Come into half moon pose. Whatever height you'd like your block or books to be, feel free. If you don't have a block, you can bend your knee and place your hand on the floor, your right knee. And if you feel like you need a little more steadiness and you'd like to play, look down to your right hand. Keep opening through your hips. Keep driving through your left heel. And maybe come up onto your right fingertips. Maybe drift your right hand to your heart. Remember, maybe leaves room for a lot of maybe not, and that's okay too. Slowly drift your right hand back down if it's lifted. Take a look down, take another inhale. Leave your block where it is. Exhale, bend your right knee, warrior two, nice and slowly, nice and steadily. Reverse your warrior, take a deep breath in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to a low lunge. Pop your back heel up so you're on your back toes. Plant through your hands. Step your right foot back to plank pose and pause. Lift your right leg up. As you exhale, bring your right toes out to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, right leg to the right. Inhale, center. One more time, exhale, right leg to the right. Inhale, center, place your right toes on top of your left heel. Exhale, one little chaturanga push-up, lower halfway down. Inhale, press up. Three-legged down dog, right leg to the sky, inhale. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Whew. Find the steadiness in your mind. Crawl your hands forward, left leg up to the sky, standing splits. Relax through your face. Breathe deep. Take one more inhale. Exhale, step your left foot next to your right, forward fold. Lift halfway up, flat back inhale. Fold back down with your exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, pull your hands to heart center. Is anybody else sweating? Is it just me? Press down through your feet into the earth. And keep a steadiness through your left foot into the ground. Bring your right knee into your chest, finding a little balance and steadiness here. Notice what happens to the left hip. Do you bring all of your weight into that leg and the hip goes to the left? Squeeze your left hip in. Take your left hand to your left hip. Start to open your right knee out to the right. A variation of hand to big toe pose, Utthita Hasta Padangustasana. If you want to stay here, you can. Maybe you take your left arm out to the left. Maybe take your peace fingers of your right hand around your right big toe. Again, you can stay here or start to straighten your right leg out to the right. Maybe your gaze goes to the left. Take a couple more moments. Ujjayi breath. Look forward if your gaze is to your left. Take another inhale. Rebend your knee. Bring the knee forward. Lift both arms to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, set your foot down, hands to your heart. Give it a nice little wiggle, a little shimmy, a little shake. I heard this morning that today is National Dance Day. I'm not gonna make you dance, but just like a little mini shimmy, a little mini dance. Why not, right? With your feet down into the earth, inhale, lift your arms to the sky. Forward fold, dancing in your mind, release to the earth. Lift halfway up, flat back as you inhale. Hands down, step or hop back. Vinyasa, or skip it and go straight to downward facing dog. Let's take a few moments in down dog. And with steadiness in the mind, steadiness in the body, we're going to finish up by doing that on the other side. Keep rooting evenly through your hands down into the earth. On your inhale, lift your left leg all the way up. Bend your knee, open up your hip. And start to take big circles with that knee, getting into the biggest joint of the body, the hip socket. And start to roll the knee in the other direction. Make sure that your shoulders stay even. Straighten your left leg all the way to the sky, three-legged down dog. Exhale, knee to chest, pause. You're in plank with your left knee to your chest. Bring the knee a little bit higher, continue to breathe. Press evenly through your hands. Dome through your upper back. Take one more inhale. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Find your block. Spin your back heel flat. Line up left heel to right arch. And then holding your block or book, or if you don't have it, no problem. Let's come all the way up to warrior two, holding that block or book in your left hand. And make sure you have steadiness with whatever it is that you're holding. Bend through your front knee. And notice what your mind is saying. Ooh, this is a strong practice this morning, right? And can you find that steadiness while you sink into that strength? Notice what your mind says when you're held in a posture. Take a couple more moments. Take your gaze forward. Pull your navel into your spine, bend the front knee a little bit deeper. Flip your block and your palm up to the sky. Inhale, reverse your warrior with your block. Make sure you keep yourself safe. Hold steadily to that block. Keep bending your front knee. Side bend through the left side of your body. Breathe in deep to your side ribs. Take another inhale. Exhale, come back up to warrior two. And again, a little bit more challenging of a transition today. Start to lean forward. And with steadiness, as you place your weight into your left foot, slowly start to glide forward. Bring your block or book down to the earth. Lift your right leg up, toes point towards your face. Right arm up to the sky, half moon pose. Ardha Chandrasana. And then just depending on what you need today, you might stay here. Maybe you look down. Both sides aren't created equal, so this side might be a little bit different. Maybe you come up onto your left fingertips. Maybe you drift your left hand to your heart. Steadiness in your mind. Steadiness in the body. Take a couple more moments. If your hand is to your heart, slowly place it back down to the block or the earth. Take a look down, everyone. Start to bend your left knee. Take another inhale. Slowly glide back to warrior two without the block. Just leave it there. Sink all the way down here. Flip your front palm up. Reverse warrior. Take a deep breath all the way in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to a low lunge. Step your left foot back to plank and pause. Shoulders over your wrists. Lift the left leg up, take an inhale. Exhale, straighten the leg out to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. One more time to the left. Inhale, center, set the left toes on top of the right heel. Exhale, one time, chaturanga push-up. Inhale, press up. Exhale, uncross the toes. Inhale, left leg up to the sky, three-legged down dog. Exhale, look forward, step your left foot forward in between your hands. Pause, catch your breath. Crawl your hands forward. Standing splits, right leg up toward the sky. Keep pointing your right toes down toward the earth. Relax through your head. Another deep breath in, maybe lift the right leg a little higher. Step your right foot next to your left, forward fold. Halfway up, flat back inhale. Fold back down as you exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms up high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding your steadiness in your right foot this time. Last of our standing poses. Bring your right knee or your left knee into your chest. Left knee this time. Point your toes forward and strengthen through your right thigh. So again, notice if you're leaning over to the right, squeeze the right hip in, keep the hips even. And bring your right hand to your right hip. Lift up a little bit taller through your chest. And then you might stay here, or maybe you start to open your knee out to the left. Find a drishti, a yogic focal point, a gaze that's not moving. Maybe you take your right arm out to the right. Maybe you take the peace fingers of your left hand around your left big toe with the arm on the inside of the thigh. You might start to straighten your left leg. Maybe you take your gaze to the right. Just notice. A couple more moments. Take another deep breath in. Look forward. Rebend the knee. Bring your knee forward. Hold on to the knee with your hands. Steady in the mind. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, set your left foot down, hands to your heart. Wiggle it out. Take a nice gentle release. Let go. Place your hands on top of your heart and gently close your eyes. And just notice what you feel here. Just notice everything that is, just as it is. And if any fluctuations come in, any distractions, notice what happens to the steadiness of your mind And see if you can keep the steadiness within, coming from yourself rather than looking outside of yourself for that steadiness. Can you remain calm and steady even when the waves are choppy around you? Even when there's distraction in the mind, something you hear, something you feel, where can you find the steadiness from within? Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale, sigh the breath out. Gently blink your eyes open, and let's make our way down to a seat. Come all the way down to your seat. Let's bring the soles of our feet together, knees wide like we started our practice when we were laying down. Supta Baddha Konasana, reclining bound angle pose, but this time we're going to be sitting up. So Baddha Konasana, bound angle or butterfly. Take an inhale, lift your heart a little bit more. With your exhale, hinge at your hips and slowly start to hinge forward. Relax through your shoulders. And slow your breath down. Start to steady your breath with every inhale and every exhale. Invite a gentle relaxation through your face, a little bit of ease and calm. Maybe sink in a little bit more. Strength and steadiness doesn't just come from being active all the time and muscling our way through things. It comes from the wisdom to know when we need balance. And we balance out sthira, strength, steadiness, with sukham, ease, comfort, good space. Sink in just a little bit more. Take another full deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly start to lift your chest and heart back up. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your knees. Bring your knees up to the sky. Place the soles of your feet down on your mat. And let's make our way into a reclining position all the way down to your back. Keep the soles of your feet down on the earth. Crawl your feet in toward your glutes. And as you press through the soles of your feet, let's come to a flowing bridge pose today. On your inhale, slowly lift your hips up toward the sky. With your exhale, one vertebra at a time, slowly lower all the way back down. Hips the last thing to touch. Again, inhale, start to lift your hips. Maybe add your arms, reach them all the way up and overhead if that feels good. Exhale, slowly lower everything back down. Two more like this. Inhale, gently lift. Slow your breath, find steadiness. Exhale, lower all the way down. One more time. Inhale, slowly lift up. And exhale, lower all the way down. Begin to heel toe your feet as wide as your mat. Relax your arms wherever you'd like. Start to windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Nice and slowly and gently. Side to side. Side to side. If this movement feels really good for you and you'd like to continue rocking, you can. Otherwise, next time you go down to the right, let your knees gently drop to the right. If this is too much on the hips of the knees, you can stack your left foot on top of the right foot. Otherwise, stay here with the feet wide. If you feel like you need even more, place your right foot on top of your left thigh. But not because you can, but because it helps you get into the pose in a space that still creates balance for you, that still creates an easeful space within the strength. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. If your right foot is on top of the left thigh, slowly place it back down to the earth. Use your core strength, bring your knees back up to the sky. And again, Little windshield wiper side to side. Gentle release for your hips, for your legs, for your spine. Again, you can continue to move or gently drop your knees down to the left. You can shift your hips if that feels better for you. If there's any discomfort in your hip, your knee, anywhere in the body, you can place your right foot on top of the left foot for a little bit more of a gentle spinal twist. Maybe you stay here with the feet wide. If you feel like you need more, left foot on top of the right thigh. But again, not because you can, but because it brings more easeful steadiness to your practice. If your left foot is on top of your right thigh, slowly bring it back down to the earth. Engage your core. Bring your knees back up to the sky. This time, hug your knees into your chest. And give yourself a nice little rock from side to side with your knees into your chest, Apphamasana. Everything that you've done in your practice so far is now in the past. You are here in this moment. Hug your knees to your chest, and with steadiness in the body and your mind, curl your forehead up to your knees. Curl yourself into a little ball. Maybe give your knees a little kiss if you're there. Take another inhale. And exhale, Shavasana. Relax your head, your arms, your legs. Close your eyes. And invite yourself into a space of steadiness in this moment. Allowing your breath to even everything out as your body processes the practice that you just went through. You invite the space for ease. If you have more time to rest in Shavasana, I invite you to stay here for as long as it feels right for you. If you're ready to start to move back into your day with steadiness, keep your eyes closed and gently start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe take your arms overhead and stretch out your body from your hands to your feet. Reach through your toes, reach through your fingertips. With your eyes still closed, slowly roll over onto one side of your body, whichever side feels best today. And just take a moment there to find the steadiness in your seat on your side. Remembering that seat is not just a seated posture, but every position, every shape that we put our body in, can we find that strength and ease? When you feel ready, I invite you to press into your hands and slowly make your way up to a seat. Keep your eyes closed as you make your way to that space. Bring your hands together at heart center and gently bow your head. And take a moment to give gratitude to your practice of steadiness today. And as you move into the rest of your day, I invite you to take this steadiness with you. Take the steadiness into your physical body and your actions. Invite steadiness into the words that you speak, bringing balance and kindness into the things that you share with others. And bring steadiness into your mind, into your thoughts. Notice when your thoughts feel unsteady. Can you replace an unsteady thought with something that feels more stable? I want to thank you all so very much for taking your time to practice with me today. The goodness and the light within me recognizes and honors the goodness and light within you. Namaste.